Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hi everybody, I am Riana, Willemse, your host, and today we're going to do another chapter of the book Living Spring by Eanuel through Chico Xavier. And today's chapter is chapter 64, which is Sowers. A sower went out to sow his seeds, and it's Jesus in Matthew 13 verses 3. Every one of the Divine Master's lessons is profound and sublime down to the smallest detail. When he begins narrating the parable of the sower, he starts with a lesson of inestimable importance worth remembering. He does not say that the sower has a contract with a third party, but that he himself went out to sow. So if we look at what Emmanuel's trying to tell us is that he didn't give orders to someone to go and sow. The sower went out and he sowed himself. Transferring this image to the soil of the Spirit, in which so many imperatives of renewal invite workers of goodwill to sanctifying farming of spiritual growth, we are led to realize that servants servants of the gospel are compelled to go out personally in order to benefit others' hearts. So it is not about preaching. What Emmanuel is telling us is that we should do the example. We should go out and we should sow. So there is no third party involvement, like telling someone to do something, but we don't do the same. It is necessary to tear down the old prison of the point of view and devote ourselves to serving our neighbor. This is a very great sentence that Emmanuel is giving us. He says that our point of view, what is you and my point of view, beloved friends? Have we ever thought about how do we perceive and see things? And maybe we should let our own way of thinking go and judgment go and go out and serve everyone around us. As we learn the science of extracting ourselves from the dark jail of the South, we start a journey through the great continent called everyone's interest. Isn't this a beautiful saying that Emmanuel is bringing to us, a beautiful way of explaining to us that we should get out of ourselves, the self, and not think about ourselves, but everyone's interest in Emmanuel's words. So, in just this small chapter, we have a lot to think about. And let's continue. We will come back to this. And in its infinite expanse, we'll find the land of the souls, choked with thorns, which means, let me just continue, filled with misery, converted with stones, or poisoned with mire, thus offering us divine opportunities to act for the good of all. So, what Emmanuel is trying to tell us is that we are placed on earth, the land of souls, and it is choked with thorns, with affliction, filled with misery, covered with stones, or poisoned with mire. So, if we look at this chapter, or this small verse, it says, it's telling us that we should let ourselves go. Let the self go, our way of thinking and seeing things go. And we should go out and work. We should go out and sow and do the work ourselves. Be the example of the work, the gospel of Jesus. And yes, earth is a school where we learn. And we know that we are going through trials, and so we will find a lot and most people around us going through trials. But it is through the gospel, through the encouragement, through the remembrance of Jesus, the example that we have, our Master, that we can inspire one another to elevate our thoughts and think about something else. Think about a higher way of being. And not only does serving serve us, it serves everyone around us. Because if we serve, we learn. The more we do the good, the more we feel better. And then the afflictions we thought we have will disappear. Because we will feel only love. And we will feel only God. And we will be connected to Jesus. Like Him helping us doing this work. It was according to this script that the divine Sowers staged his ministry of light, starting his heavenly mission of assistance amidst humble shepherds, then continuing it amongst the friends of Nazareth and the scholars of Jerusalem, amongst verbose Pharisees and simple fishermen, the righteous and the unrighteous, the rich and the poor, the sick in body and soul, the old and the young, women and children. As we have said, the sower from heaven left his grandeur and came to us to spread the light of revelation and to increase our vision of discernment. And even though he could have been replaced by thousands of messengers if he had wanted to, he humbled himself so that we could be exalted, and he put himself in darkness so that our light may shine. Therefore, let us leave our inhibitions behind and learn with the Master to go out and sow. I think that this week ahead, beloved friends, there are so many messages coming to us from the spiritual plane, through the books, through the Spirit's teaching. But let's remember this teaching as well, so that we can serve one another, so that we can do more in helping everyone around us. And let us do this like Jesus did. He was always happy. He was never unhappy or complained about anything. He was always happy to help and happy to serve, which means that we discern ourselves and we give out so that the good spirits can work through us and that we can be inspired, not only for ourselves and our own renewal, but as well for those that surround us, our families, and our dearest friends, as well as everyone that is in our daily paths, so that we can be inspired, help them to be inspired, to remind them to have faith, to have hope, so that we can raise our thoughts above these earthly things happening around us and focus on this that the Spirit's teachings are telling us on helping, serving for everyone's good, not only for our own. And so Together, and this is what is so beautiful for Cardiac Radio, together we work, serving together, helping one another through all these lessons and all these teachings that we share together. And how blessed are we, beloved friends? Let's not forget how blessed we are to have the opportunity to learn from the good spirit through spiritism. So, this is the one thing that we should always be grateful for, that we are constantly, through all the lessons that everyone so lovingly share, that we can be reminded, regardless of where we are, what we go through in our daily lives, so that we can be inspired to inspire, to sow the seeds of inspiration, so that when that seed blooms, it will give out the most amazing fragrance for everyone. So let us be that seed that grows, so that the fragrance that we give off will be one of love, of peace, of joy. Thank you for joining me today. God bless each and every one. Thank you so much. Till next week. Bye bye.